Namaste and welcome to this class with me, Natalie Rosanne. Please, if you're going to be doing this whole set with me, make sure that you've got 2 blocks. Very useful, is something that you can use as blocks. A belt and a bolster. Be very useful, or something to sit on. You can extend your legs out in front of you and shake them out. Point and flex into your feet. Rotate in your ankles. I don't know why there's such vibrant, dancey stuff happening here. That's a bit better. Change direction. Good, and come lying on your backs with your belts. So you're going to be lying on your backs with your belt, with your feet at 90 degrees. Oh, that's a good place to have this. And have your belts over the balls of the feet. And get a sense of the sacrum in the ground. So you don't need to be at 90 degrees. If you battle with tight hamstrings, this is not about being over flexible. You can't always be at 60 degrees. Because I actually sometimes love you can all try it. Like try having it at 60 degrees and get a sense of your sacrum on the ground. It's quite delicious. And then, then you can slowly start bringing it a little bit higher, but making sure that the sacrum stays on the ground and that there's a sense of the femurs anchoring into the hip sockets. Really anchoring those femurs in. Get how much more stable, how can you feel the bones of the femurs really beautifully anchored into that hip socket. Then releasing the right foot to the ground. The foot hits the ground. Right foot extends out, and you flex into the right foot. Take the belt into your left hand and release the right hand to the floor at shoulder height. And then we're going to start releasing that foot down towards the earth, but keeping the left hip working nice and strong. Your left thigh is working hard, so that left sacrum stays on the ground. Left sacrum is firmly set on the ground. So really flex into that foot there, Melissa. So your right thigh should be working hard. Right thigh. So flex into the right foot. Yes, the extended foot. That's it. Right thigh. My apology, because I'm used to swapping and I didn't swap this time. That's it. So you keep that right sacrum working hard. Right sacrum is working hard. Try and pull the right hip should chase more, Paul. Chase down with the right hip. The right hip? Yeah, so that it doesn't fly. Now open it up and pull the foot towards your shoulder. Straight leg. That's it. Dags, you can lift that foot towards your shoulder a little bit more. Yes, and keep fighting with that right hip down to the ground. Good. Inhale, foot comes up to center. Swap the belt into your right hand. Left hand goes to the ground. And no, we're not going all the way over the body. First of all, the foot just goes slightly over the body, 5 or 10 degrees. Keep that left hip on the ground. So the left sacrum stays on the ground. You're going over the body to the right hand side slightly. Take the foot over that way, Paul. Yes, there we go. Straight leg, straight leg, straight leg. Rather loosen your belt a little bit. Yes. And then keep the sacrum on the ground. There's a sweet spot. And keep flexing into that right foot. Yeah, and you're going to find like a little sweet spot that's kind of uncomfortable. I call it the sweet spot, but it's other way, Dags. Other way. Yes, just slightly. Yes, there we go. So it goes over the body towards the right side. Can you find that little sweet spot? It's uncomfortable. Good. And then release the foot all the way over the body. It can go all the way to the floor. The shoulder can lift. Keep looking over the left shoulder with your chin. So you're looking over the opposite side into your twist. Enjoy. Feel. Breathe. Good. Inhale to center. Both feet come up into your belt again. Find that 90 degree or what's comfortable for you. So we also want to have the shoulders wide. So anchor the upper arms into the shoulders. Pull the chest towards the feet. Widen in the elbows. Then releasing the left foot to the ground. Foot knee is bent first and then straighten the left foot. Take the belt into your right hand. Extend into that left leg, Dags. Flex into the foot. Nice. Good adjustment. Melissa too, that left foot should flex. So now the thigh is engaged already. So your left thigh, as you release the right foot towards the ground, towards your shoulder, this left thigh works hard to keep the sacrum on the ground so it doesn't fly off the ground. Flex into the foot, pull open the foot to the right foot all the way to the outside, all the way to the right. Right side. Take your right foot all the way to the other side, out. Right side. There we go. Flex into your left foot. Your thigh should be working. There we go. Straight leg. Straight leg. There we go. Breathe and feel. Melissa, your belt should be over the ball of the foot and doesn't go all the way to the ground. Ball of the foot, not the heel. There we go. And it doesn't go all the way to the ground, so rather bring it up closer to your shoulder. Yeah, and then keep chasing down with the left hip. Dags, pull it closer to the shoulder. Yes, left hip works. Good. Breathe and feel. Good. Inhale to center. Take the belt into your left hand. Right hand is going to go to the earth on the ground, shoulder height. And take the foot over to the left side just 5 or 10 degrees. So the right hip is staying on the ground, right sacrum is staying on the ground, and you're just finding that sweet spot 5 or 10 degrees over the body towards the left side. Other belt should be on your other hand, Melissa. There you go, and just 5 or 10 degrees. There's a little sweet spot there, that there's a meridian that's, when it's most uncomfortable, hold it there. And then take it all the way over the body, onto the floor, into your twist. Your right shoulder can lift, the foot must go to the ground, and then take your head over to the opposite side, so you're looking over your right shoulder and your twist. Yes. Breathe and feel. Inhale to center. Both feet come up into your belt. Belt is over the ball of the feet. Find the femurs anchoring into the sacrum again. Find your 90 degree. It's kind of comfy. Legs are straight, so you're not trying to get it to, rather have 60 degrees there. Pull a little bit further. Take your feet away from you a little bit away. Yes, yes. Find that comfy spot where it's delicious. And now inhale deep. Exhale. Now the sacrum can lift as you pull the feet over the face, over the head. Lift your head up towards your knees. Go into a full forward fold. And release. Release your belt. Roll over onto your side. And come up from there. We're all going to go into a box. I'm going to do it this way around just for the set. So find your box. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale deep. Exhale, knees to the ground, chin, chest to the ground. Yeah, keep the elbows in, well done. Inhale deep. Exhale onto your tummy. Inhale, baby cobra, no hands. Push the metatarsals into the ground. Exhale onto your tummy. Inhale, hands into cactus. Lift up. Exhale, release. We're activating the back body. Walk the hands in, one hand's legs. Inhale, lift up. Push the feet into the ground and release the hands. No hands. Good. And release the elbows to the ground into your sphinx. Bending in the left foot. Take the hand back to take hold of the left foot. And let's open in those thighs. So we're looking at opening those meridians that feed the root. Oh. Keep working the knee towards the back of the room, Melissa. Don't let it fly out to the side. And release. Change sides. Watch that knees not going out to the side. Good adjustment, legs. And release. We're going to go into a low cobra, so the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Before we even go into the cobra, get a sense of dragging the elbows towards you. And as you drag the hands and the elbows towards you, so you lift the heart up to the front of the room. We're just going to inhale, lift up in the chin. Pull the elbows back towards you. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up in the chin. Exhale, chin to chest. And really get a sense of the bones is what happens as you do that. As you inhale and create length in the spine, frontal body. Exhale, chin to chest. Feel the bones, feel the spine, feel what's happening. Inhale, lift up. Low cobra. So in the low cobra, the elbows are slightly bent, shoulders are back and down. But you're dragging the hands. You're not moving the hands, but it feels like you're dragging the hands towards you. Then you lift up in the chin and go into nice low cobra and get a sense of really opening and creating space in that back. Exhale, release the elbows down. Walk the hands in a little bit closer to you. Inhale, come up from there, low cobra. Again, elbows are slightly bent. Drag the hands towards you, create space, chin to the sky. And exhale, release. Hands out the side of your chest. On the mat, inhale into your box. Toes together, knees apart, and release into your child's pose. And feel. Breathe and feel. Good. Inhale into your box. Heel of the hand underneath the shoulders. So I'm also doing this from the side so that you start seeing when you talk about a box, and maybe I don't get it right, you must tell me, but we're trying to get this 90 degree here and a 90 degree here. So that's, a lot of our time, if we don't get our, and we want to get into our flow posture and our flow getting beautifully, it doesn't help if we start in an uneven space. But if we find out where our box is, the flow can really work, where you're not adjusting where your feet are and where your knees are, strangely enough. It's the most amazing thing, how divinely symmetrical the body can be. So observing, what does it feel like to have the knees underneath the hips? I'm a bit odd here because I'm on two mats. Knees underneath the hips, heel of the hand underneath the fingers, underneath the shoulders. And then you're going to release the right foot forward between the hands and come to 90 degrees here. So again here, we're going to come up And we're looking for this 90 degree here. And where are the hips level? So the left hip right hip often wants to lift up. So you want to chase that down and get a sense of a long side body. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, sink the hips forward without losing that level hip situation. And lift up to the sky, look up at the sky, breathe and feel. Keep reaching, I'm having a look. You can sink forward a little bit more there, Melissa. I know you got it in you. Yes. Nice. Yes, and that's where if you need a knee cushion, do it now. Well done, Dags. Good adjustment. Actually, I should have you guys on camera. Release both hands down. And I know this is a little bit of a balancing exercise. Take the left hand behind you, bend the back knee. Oh, and now I'm sore. And take hold of the foot. You can use a belt too. So what you can do is if you're struggling to take hold of that knee, get your belt, and you can have it in a loop, and loop it around that foot, and use your belt like that. Yes, and if you need something under your knee, do so. And this is slightly balance orientated. And if you've got your foot already, what you're going to be doing is trying to work that foot towards the buttocks. And release, well done. And back into your box. So now I've got a thicker mat, which is nice. So I've told you guys about these mats. They're nicer for your knees, I must say. So change side. Now you're going to take the left foot between the hands and find that 90 degree. So if you know that you needed a belt on the other side, you might want to have your belt ready for yourself. So you sort of have it there. You know where we're going with it. Find the hips level. First, find the hips level. And find your 90 degree there, Dag, so your foot can come in a little bit more. So we're trying to work out again, like just, what's symmetrical? What's 90 degree there? Am I 90 degrees? I haven't got a mirror. A little bit. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, sink the hips forward, keeping those hips level. So the right hip sometimes want to fly out. You want to rotate it back in and lift up, look up at the sky. Oop. Breathe and feel. Open in those hips. And then release both hands down. Bend the back foot, take hold of the belt if you need your belt, or take hold of the foot, and breathe and feel. Yeah? Okay. You can have your hand on the ground if you're struggling with balance. But those of you that are used to been working with balance, there's a lot that's going on in the front ankle. There's a lot going on that'll help you create balance. Try and open your chest to the front of the room. Now, Dags, you're getting that foot so beautifully. Now rotate that foot, that shoulder, that right shoulder forward. Yes, nicely done. Sink the hips a little more. Ah, well done. Hands on the side of your foot on the mat and back into your box. And then we all thought that these long held postures were going to be easy. I know. Going back, starting yoga with a beginner's mind can hurt the best of us, I promise. Tuck the toes under. Inhale. Exhale, push up into your downward facing dog. You can walk your dog out, bending one knee and then the other. And then inhale, tippy toes, buttocks go high towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the heels towards the ground. Soften in the neck. Armpits working towards the ground. Kneecaps pulling up, frontal thighs pushing back. Breathe and feel. Extend from the heel of the foot to the buttock bones. Spread the fingers wide. So middle finger pointing towards me. Extend from the heel of the hand all the way to the buttock bones and the hips. Good. Then gently walk the feet to the front of the mat. Coming into a forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. Take hold of the backs of the ankles, backs of the shins, and close the gap. Release the head towards the ground. Feel the vertebra releasing towards the ground. Create space. Bending in the knees, rolling up from the vertebra by vertebra. Tuck the tailbone. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale. Release. Good. You can all turn your mats that way. That way. So now that's why I've created this one. Although I don't like it, this mat is not sticky. So I'm going to actually do that with you. So we're going back to beginner's mind with a warrior two pose. Step the feet nice and wide. So you would have the sides of the feet parallel to the sides of the mat to start. So as you do that, you're going to notice that the heel, that you've got to get more extension from the heel of the foot. So notice what sides of the feet are parallel to the sides of the mat feels like. Hands on your hips. Notice where the hips are level. Good. Then rotating your left foot out 90 degrees. Back foot goes out 45 degrees. To start with, what we're looking for is actually a straight line from the middle of the foot, middle of the front foot, middle toe of the front foot, through the heel. If you had a straight line, it would run into the inner arch of the back foot. So mine actually needs a bit of correction. And then what is 45 degrees? So with the 45 degrees, the back heel is much closer to the edge of the mat, toes are in. That's it. Hips face forward. That's it. So now we're finding those hips level again. Tailbone drops. And there's a lot going on. Good. That left thigh starts rotating towards the back of the room, so that way for you. So that the knee is starting to point already in that direction. So even though the hips are facing forward, there's a lot going on. If this left thigh is rotating back and the knee is starting to go in the direction you want to go in, hips are still forward. Hips are forward, Dags. Yes, nicely done. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend the front knee, so it's already going in the right direction. So now if you look down at that front knee, you shouldn't be able to see your foot. It's going over the middle of the toe. Open the hips to the front of the room. Have the hands shoulder height. When the hands are lower, it's harder to hold them in place for longer. And this posture can be quite a long held posture. Open across the chest. Get a sense of what it feels like to have shoulders over hips. Shoulders back and down, so open across the chest. Mary, you drop and create space between the shoulders and the ears. Good. Focus is over the middle finger, dristi, so that's where the warrior two is. Inhale deep. Exhale, bend deeper into posture. Back leg straight. Extend to that back leg. Straight leg, Mary. Straight. Yes, thank you. And inhale, come up from there. Rotate the feet to the front of the room, hands to your hips, and change sides. So now we're going back foot, 45 degrees. And again, so more 45 degrees, pull your hips towards the front of the room. Getting a sense of that line from the middle of your right toe now, through the heel into the inner arch of the back foot. Where is that line? Hips face forward, shoulders over hips. Good, both legs straight and strong, Melissa, nice. Right, so now already start rotating this right thigh to the back of the room. So you're going to be rotating it that way. So the knee is starting to go in that way, in the direction it wants to go. It's starting to aim in that direction, but the hips are forward. So feel your hips again. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend into posture. Bend the front knee. Keep opening that left hip to the front of the room. That's it. Open across the chest. Nice. Paul, I feel like your legs could be wider. Well, I'm looking for that 90 degrees. Now bring your shoulders over your hips. Open the back leg out. Extend into that back heel. Good. Tuck the tailbone. Open wide across the chest. Fingers should be maybe shoulder height. So watch that that back finger doesn't drop. Inhale deep. Look over that middle finger. That's your dristi. Exhale, deepen into posture. Back leg straight and strong. Chase into that back leg. If that front leg starts screaming at you, use your back leg even more. And inhale, come up from there. Both feet to the front of the room, hands to your hips. Toe heel the feet together. And release. Into Tadasana. How are we doing? Okay, we're going to do that once more. Okay, bend the knees, hands to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, jump the feet apart. 4 or 5 feet. That's it. Rotating out in the left foot 90 degrees. Back foot 45 degrees. Back foot 45 degrees. I think you can still, legs can be wider, Paul. You're going to have a lot more room to play. Inhale. Okay, now start rotating that left thigh to the back of the room. Knees going in the right direction. Hips facing me. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Shoulders over hips. Watch it. You're not going. Good adjustment, Mary. Open the chest to the front of the room. Hips towards the front of the room. Good adjustment, Melissa. Good. Now take your vision over that middle finger. Feel your warrior strong. Inhale deep. Exhale, deepen the posture. Inhale, straighten. Hands to hips. Both feet to the front of the room. Change sides. Back foot 45 degrees. Front leg straight and strong. Notice that front foot. Front foot should be straight. Drawing a line from the middle toe through the heel to inner arch of the back foot. Then rotate the hips to the front of the room. Now keep those hips facing towards the front of the room and start rotating the right thigh to the back of the room. Nice adjustment there, Mary. I saw that thigh wake up. Both legs straight and strong. Feel your hips, Paul. Rotate that hip. Hands on your hips. There we go. So we feel the hips. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, lower into the posture. Watch those shoulders over hips. That's it, tuck in the tailbone. So we're trying to find that 90 degree in the front foot, right? You're going to get much more out of it. Shoulders over hips. Don't go into the future and don't go into the past. Open in the chest. Nice. Extends that back heel. Back heel can be a little bit further back there, Dags. Nice. So feel what happens there. Inhale deep. Exhale deep in the posture. Now you'll notice it burns, but if you extend into that back leg, you get more space. And inhale, come up from there. Both feet to the front of the room. Hands to the hips. Toe heel the feet together a little bit. Bend in the knees, hands come to the chest, and jump the feet together. Nicely done. Shall we introduce, so we do one little flow with that. I'm going to do it this way around for a change. So come to the front of you can all rotate your mats around. Face me again, so if you can see me. And we can have our blocks at the front of the mat. Feet are hip width apart at the front of the mat. Are they not blocks for you, Barry? You okay? Sorry, you don't need them, it's fine. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold, close the gap. Inhale, concave back action. So this is where you use your blocks. You're either going to have the heel of the hand underneath the shoulders, long spine, looking up towards the front of the room, towards me, Dags. I should see you looking at me. Exhale, fold. Bend in the knees. Stepping back with the left foot. The lunge. Right. Release the heel down 45 degrees. Getting ready for your warrior two. Inhale, come up from there. Warrior two. Exhale, perfect the posture. So really feel the, watch that front knee, Melissa. So that knee needs to be over the middle toe. If it's going forward or back, you're not going, yes, good. Extend into the back heel. Nice straight leg in the back leg, good. Inhale, reverse to warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Rotate the hands down, other side of the foot. Inhale, deep. Exhale, plank. Inhale, deep. Exhale, knees to the ground, chin, chest to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, tummy. Inhale, cobra. Elbows stay in. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, tummy. Inhale into your box. Tuck the toes under and downward facing dog. Enjoy your dog. Long, deep breathing. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, nice and high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, shoulders over wrists. Engage your navel. Plank. Inhale, three-legged dog, engage your navel. Exhale, twist, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to forehead, push the sky away, and step the foot between the hands. Good. Inhale, left arm reaches, twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, deep. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands into prayer. And feel. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, concave back action. Use your blocks. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, step back with the right leg. Low lunge. Releasing the heel down to the ground. Getting ready for your warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. Find your posture perfected. Find that 90 degrees. Open the hips towards that side of the room. Twisty is over the middle finger. Watch that front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bend the knee more, front knee. Exhale, windmill the hands down either side of the foot. Enjoy your low lunge. Inhale, deep. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chin, chest to the ground. Try and do it at the same time. Inhale, deep. Exhale, tummy. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tummy. Inhale into your box. And down facing dog. Good adjustment. So if you need a child's pose is always available. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, nice and high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist. Engage your navel. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to forehead, shoulders over wrist, push the sky away, and then step the foot between the hands. Inhale, right arm reaches, twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, deep. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale. Release. Well done. Okay, come sitting down on your mats with your feet out in front of you. Actually, what we're going to do first is, have you all got bolsters? Let's all get bolsters. Let's all get bolsters first, sorry. I think you need a little one also. You don't need a big one. Give the Dags a big one. So, we're going to be sitting between our heels. So you want to have the knees underneath the hips and remove the calves out the way as you sit down between the heels like so. If you battle to sit between the heels, you might need a block under your buttock and then a bigger bolster or a foam or whatever it is underneath your buttocks, because you want to be able to sit up nice and tall. So whatever it is that you need underneath your buttocks so that you're lifting out of the waist. Is that as low as you can go, Melissa? So before you go down, I'm going to have to cut. You guys are going to need chairs. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. I'll go into it, I'll show you, and then I'm going to come and help you. Try and soften in the feet if you can. Can you release the foot down? And try and work the knees towards each other. It's good. That's part of the work. So try and breathe through it. Try and breathe through it. Try and breathe through it. So come out of it and then go back into it. Try and that's most of your work for you. The rest of you, you're going to have your bolster about a fist away from you. You can also have two blocks underneath you. So if that's where you're going to, you could have it like so, depending on how far you can go down. I'm going to come and help the rest of you, but you also can use a chair, like what I'm going to help some of you, where you would have a chair behind you, And what you do is, before you go into it, lift up in the tailbone. Point the tailbone away from you and release it down, and then come down onto your support. And you're going to be lying like so. I'm going to come help the rest of you. We're going to take hold of the elbows and release them over the head. And we're going to hold like so for a few minutes. To come out of it, I'm going to give you instructions. So hold it for now. We're going to release the elbows forward, come up on the elbows, and I will guide you out of it from there. But I'm going to come help the rest of you get into it. So this is where you would need a chair. Yeah, you see like Dags is doing? Yeah. I'm going to bring you one. There we go. Yeah. So you could also use your bolster over the chair so that you're comfy on your chair. Go down, go sit down. I'm actually going to do this. Do this so that we can see an example of what is going on. There we go. So sit like you were sitting. So sit on your blocks with your, how's your foot doing? How's your cramp doing? Okay. And then I'm going to actually put this bolster here so that it's softer for you. And then come back. How's that?
Yeah, that's
okay, but what you want to be doing is working the knees towards each other, so you're getting that frontal thigh spread, and these should be a little bit wider. There we go, yeah. Dags, we're going to help you now. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you're sitting nicely. Let's see if you come back. Is that too far? Let me bring it closer. I'll just get this so that it's comfy for you. There we go. There we go. Yeah, nicely done. Yes. So I think it's better if you have your elbows because you get that opening, but feel what's there for you, love. What feels better? Because you want this opening from the front of the body all the way down to the knees. And keep working these knees towards each other. And have your feet a little bit wider. Yes. Okay. Yes. Nice. That looks good. So here also we want these a little bit closer. Nice. Try and hold the elbows. Yes, yes. So you're getting that opening in the chest. Beautiful. And breathe. Breathe and feel. So maybe if your arms were hurting, try holding the back of the chair. See what happens if you hold the back of the chair. What happens there?
Yeah, that's better.
Very nice.
That's less tense.
Okay. So feel for you what works. Inhale, elbows come up and over your head. Release the elbows to the ground or hands to the ground. Come up from there. To come out of it, you're going to come up onto the knees and drop the feet to one side. Remove your support out the way. We're going to do a twist. Have both legs out in front of you. Bending in the left knee. Lift up nice and tall. Extend into the right foot. Flex into that foot. Take the left foot over the right leg. Good, and again, feel what it feels like to move the knee in line with the middle of the chest and lift up tall. You're already getting a nice extension. So if this is comfortable for you and this is as far as you want to go, you can stay here. Or if you want to take it to the next level, you want to bend the bottom foot, bend bottom leg. Good. Keep working the middle of the knee towards the middle of the chest. Lift up nice and tall. Good. Then releasing the left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, twist. And close the gap. Good. Take your chin over to the back of the room. Breathe and feel. Every time you breathe in, see if you can fatten in your belly slightly. And as you breathe out, deepen the twist a little bit. Until you're also twisting, even your eyeballs and your chin go all the way as far as possible. So as you take your eyeballs to further and further to the back of the room, so you're also doing eye yoga. And you inhale and elongate in the spine a little bit more. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, chin to chest, unravel. And both legs out in front of you. And change sides. Bending in the right knee. Lift up nice and tall. Good. Take the foot over the body. Good. And again, find that knee in the middle of the chest. Lift up tall. And again, you can either stay here, or if you did it on the other side, bend the bottom knee. Oh, Dags? Yes. There we go. Keep chasing down with that right hip. So lift up out the waist there, Mary, a little bit more. You've got more space in your yard. Chase that hip down already, so you're getting space already. Yes, nicely done. Right hand drops behind you. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, close the gap. Use the hand behind you, so your right hand to open the back of the back shoulder further to the back of the room. Using your left knee against that right knee, left elbow, against the right knee. Outside of it, open in the chest and twist even deeper. As you inhale, belly fattens, and as you exhale, twist deeper into the posture. Inhale, spine lengthens slightly. Exhale, deepen into the twist, get the most out of the twist. Inhale, chin to chest. Unravel. Both legs out in front of you. Good. And you're going to come lying on your back with your heels in close to your buttocks. Take your support out the way. And you're coming into a bridge. So as you go into the bridge, the tailbone lifts slightly. But notice this. This is really about finding your core and working with the spine consciously. So as you lift the tailbone, the sacrum actually pushes into the ground to get the tailbone off the ground. And then as you slowly lift the sacrum off the ground, you peel it off, the lower back pushes into the ground. And same thing with the middle back. Push it into the ground to get the lower back off. And then middle back starts pushing off. And then lower chest. Then middle chest. Then the upper chest. Interlace the hands underneath you. Work your upper arms towards each other as you work your chest towards your chin. Coming into your bridge. Create space between the shoulders and the neck and the head and the ears. Breathe and feel. Keep working the thighs towards each other so they're nice and straight. Femurs are parallel to each other. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, release the hands and release the spine down vertebra by vertebra. So upper chest, middle chest, lower chest, middle back, lower back, sacrum, and finally the tailbone releases. Good. We're going to do one more of those. Inhale, start peeling the tailbone, then the sacrum, then the lower back, then the middle back, lower chest, upper chest. Interlace the hands, release the hands towards your feet. Breathe and feel. Engage the navel, engage the butt, engage the thighs. Work the chest towards the chin. Elongate in the neck, so soften in the shoulders. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. Work the upper arms towards each other. Inhale, lift up a little bit more. And exhale, peel down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful. And you're going to get ready for your Shavasana. So try and stay where you are if you can. Otherwise, get yourself nice and warm. Get socks on your feet. Get a blankie. If your lower back is feeling glitchy, get something underneath your thighs. I'm going to turn the lights down a little bit, Mary. Thank you for bearing with me just this time. With the light, the bright lights. Sorry. You forgot about it eventually. Make sure you've got something warm. I'm going to cover you up. We lose heat very, very quickly. So you've been working hard on muscles you didn't know. So when you're lying on your backs, on your mat, the feet should be mat width apart and flopping to the side. Backs of the hands are on the ground, palms are facing up. Hands are about 30 degrees away from the body. So is your lower back feeling glitchy? What, you've got something under there. Yeah, rather do the bolster. Take it out, try this. Just under the thighs, and see how that feels, and then flop your feet mat width apart. And let's have this. Oh wait, what have I done there? There we go. Better. Is that better? Good. Getting a sense of all four quarters evenly on the ground before you even close your eyes. Notice, what does it mean to have all four quarters of your body evenly on the ground? And then as you close your eyes, imagine a line drawn down the center of the face. And from that line, let the skin and the muscles of the face soften like melting hot butter towards the earth. And as you do that, the eyebrows widen. And you soften in the temples. Relaxing all the tiny muscles around your eyes. And letting your eyelids become heavy. And as you do that, notice the eyeballs releasing deeper and deeper into the head, coming to rest on the brain. Soften in the cheeks. And release in the ears. As you soften the inner walls of the ears, drawing the sound sense consciousness and the sight sense consciousness down to the heart center. Relax your jaw. And soften all the tiny muscles around your mouth. As you let your lips become soft, touching but not touching. Release your tongue into the lower palate. Swallow any excess fluid in the mouth. And then return the tongue to the bottom of the mouth. As you soften in your throat. And release in the inner walls of the throat. As you relax your neck. Relaxing in the shoulders. Bringing your awareness to your breath. You can seek out any discomfort in the body. And just breathe into that area. And as you exhale, let it go. Letting go. And letting God. Notice your body heavy on the ground, becoming one with the earth. Notice the weight of your bones surrendered into the earth. And taking a few deeper than normal inhalations, let your breath start returning to normal. And bringing one hand over the other on the abdomen, getting a sense that you can, or just resting your hands on your abdomen, they don't have to be over each other. But getting a sense that you can send energy from your heart center through your hands to that root, to that whole hip bowl, and particularly aiming towards that root. Getting a sense of tuning into that beautiful red light at the root. And we're going to have a few beautiful affirmations. And each affirmation you can say out loud or silently to yourself and breathe in deep to it. I affirm, it is safe for me to be here. The earth supports me and meets my needs. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I have faith in all that is good and real. I recognize and release my doubts and fears and ground them in faith. I am here and I am real. I have faith in my body and I trust its wisdom. I am immersed in abundance. I am grounded by self-love and deserve it. Take a nice deep breath, fill yourself up with those affirmations, nice big fat belly, beautiful red light. Feel them and sigh them out. Good. Interlace your thumbs above your head. Stretch on the tips of your finger to the tips of your toes. Wake your body up. Good. And release it. Rub your hands together. Lift your feet up into the air and rub the soles of your feet together, igniting your magnetic field. Good. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself some love. And then rolling onto your right hand side into a fetal posture. Allow your ears to tune into the outside sounds. And your eyes to open and focus in their own time. And then making your way up gently to a seated posture, the way we started the class. Bring your awareness, just notice what's here. And perhaps you can visualize that beautiful ruby at your root. Beautiful red light. Get a sense of that ruby red in your heart in the shape of a perfect rose. Visualize that perfect rose in the middle of your chest with a stem, a beautiful green stem all the way into the core of the earth. Visualize a pristine diamond in the middle of that rose. Vibrant. And as you inhale, that diamond becomes more vibrant. And as you exhale, let that light extend out through the petals of the rose and it becomes a pink hue all around. You inhale and that vibrance, that beautiful pristine diamond becomes more brilliant. And as you exhale, let that light extend out all directions around you, going through the rose, a pink hue of love. Inhale more brilliance, beautiful vibrance into that diamond. And as you exhale, notice that beautiful pink love all around you, that beautiful pink hue. Inhale deep into that vibrance even more. And exhale, maybe even smell the fragrance of the rose and notice it all around your body, about 2 arms length around your body. Keep breathing like this. Getting a sense of your whole auric field filled with this pink light, this rose light. Sealed off with a plasma shield as you're contained in this beautiful heart light. And just hold your awareness at that perfect rose in the middle of your chest. Perfect diamond in the middle of the rose. Representing the compassionate heart and the clear mind. Knowing yourself as grounded, present, centered at the heart. Bring your hands into prayer. Gratitude to yourself for coming to the mat. grateful for the teachings and for each other. We'll tune out with one long Aum. Inhale deep. Namaste.